Malayalam cinema adds another comedy entertainer to its list of films in 2024. But does the humor translates or will Bollywood remake this also? Let's talk about it. Hello guys, I'm Nona Prince and today we're talking about the latest Malayalam film Guruvayoor Ambalanadayil. Yes! In one take. I remember watching the trailer for this film and it felt like they were hiding something from us. And that's true. They were hiding the whole premise, which for me was my favorite part of the film. Now don't worry, the film is still new, so I'll not reveal anything. No spoilers in this video. The premise is so good because it's so original and unique. The moment it's revealed to you, you are in for the ride. And even the film doesn't waste any time to get to the point. This journey is a ticking time bomb. And this hilarious situation will only lead to laughs. At least that's the hope. And the film tries to ensure this with its really good writing, which is really smart. It uses so many things it sets up in the beginning and brings it back later in the film. But the problem is it's not consistent throughout, which we'll come to later in the video. Now Vipin, the director, whose last film was Jaya 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 Hey, an amazing, again, comedy satire film. And he uses all the tools at his disposal to create comedy on screen. And even in this film, with the choice of music, not just the film's music, but also using music from other sources, from older films, using some classic hits in a different way to create humor. Even the way the film is captured, trying to create visual comedy. There's a brilliant use of split screen in the film, the composition of a shot to create that physical humor, and of course that editing to create the comic timing. Now all of this only comes together with the right performance, because comic timing really matters. The actors need to really adapt to the situation and then deliver. And who we have got? Basil Joseph, who I think is a king of comedy. He's one of the best in the country when it comes to physical comedy. I'll even put him close to Mohanlal and Akshay Kumar. He's that terrific and he has proven it many times before. But what surprised me was Prithviraj Sukumaran. I wasn't expecting it from him because we just saw him as Najib, so dramatic and serious. And cut to Anandeta, he really makes a mark. And you can tell this character was written for him. And the chemistry between both the actors is the soul of the film. It is so cute and innocent. And if that was unconvincing, it would have soon become cringe and overacting. But they really maintain the balance. The dialogues are really good, and especially for me, the subtitles. Have to give shout out to Vivek Ranjit and his company for amazing subtitles, because they were not just translating well, but also giving you an idea of what has happened to make you understand the humor. And this film has a lot of references and Easter eggs of other Malayalam films, especially the older ones. And the subtitles mention it. It gives you the context, which really helps you watching the film. Now, of course, I didn't catch all of them, but after the movie, I talked to someone from the audience and, they explained me. Now, this you may have heard, everywhere about the movie. The first half is really good. The second half is okay. And that's true. The first half is more enjoyable because it focuses on the premise. But in the second half, I felt they spread them too thin. The focus really shifted because we got a lot of characters and the film side to rely on these characters to do the comedy. And for that to happen, you have to give them more screen time. Now, of course, the connection you have with the main characters will always be greater than others. And the climax of the film is very Priyadarshan-esque. How in his films at the end everything comes together and it's all chaos. Now, this film also does that, but here you can see that they're trying to create a chaos. It doesn't feel organic. It feels manufactured. You can tell in the second half different things are being introduced so that at the end it can create a chaos. And there are multiple sequences in the film which feels like they are just there to make you laugh. It's not really adding much. And it feels like fluff. Something we may have seen in other films also. Certainly in these type of films. And that's what makes you realize that this premise had such a great potential. It was so juicy. Only if it was more focused narrative with set number of characters, maybe it would have been more entertaining and a more coherent film throughout. Now, the two lead female characters played by Anaswara Rajan and Nikhila Vimal, the story actually gave their characters a lot of weight, but it felt like they just got sidelined. And by the end, even ignored. Because I feel like last 20 minutes, they don't even have a dialogue. Even when they are a big part of the plot. And for one of their character, it even feels unresolved. It feels like the film was incomplete for that character. There were extra scenes, that story was left, but they cut it all out. Also, if you give a deep thought, there are some problematic messaging issues. There are some wrong behavior committed by a protagonist, but it's not really addressed. And they also don't pay for it. They don't suffer for those. They don't learn a lesson about it. They just say sorry and that's it. There's no repercussions. Now you can call it nitpicking that I'm trying to find issues, but what to do? Malayalam cinema really has high standards. But even with these issues, there's enough for you to enjoy in the movie. You will have a good time. There'll be a constant smile on your face. And I don't even remember when was the last time in a Malayalam film that I saw a choreographed group dance performance. And that actually reminds me of Bollywood. That this this is a perfect film for them to remake. It has everything they want. The whole film is set around a wedding. They can create so many chartbuster songs. They can even remake the old songs. There's so much potential. Maybe if this film does really well at the box office, even they dub it themselves, or when it comes to OTT, it will be dubbed. But there's high potential for a remake. Now in this video, you can find out the insane similarities between two blockbusters of Malayalam cinema. Even I was shocked when I noted it. What are your thoughts? Do let me know in the comments below, and I will see you next time.